Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Cowboys win by a comfortable margin. The Falcons won this contest and will now move to third place in the NFC South. Arnaz Battle stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Well-dressed Amani Toomer pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Giants beat the Browns. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Vikings win their 5th game of the season. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Lawyer Malloy will be out of action for a while, and that will be a huge loss for this defense. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for 5 weeks.
Ravens, Dolphins. Jamal Lewis
is in the backfield at the 37-yard line, gets the pitch, spins right there, whoop! And then at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown!
The Ravens win this one by the final score of 20-17. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Copeland is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket too. 2 years, $2.5 million. Adam True is on the move as well, as he signs a 3-year contract with the Ravens. Palmer is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 4 years, $2.6 million. Dexter McCleon got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Bears.
Down in the Lone Star State in Houston, we had the Texans lose by 11. Over at Paul Brown Stadium, we had the Bengals come away with a brutal 18-point victory. The Seahawks defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Seattle Stadium. The Colts won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Texans. Jaguars, Titans.
Ballard, he's split out at the 14-yard line as they look to get 6. Makes the move toward the middle, and a nice catch at the back of the end zone for 6.
The Titans go on to win this by the final score of 28-21. The Eagles won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the NFC East. Corey Dillon played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. And last but not least, we had the Buccaneers come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.